Hey everyone, hey YouTubers, how are you all doing today? My name is Jenny Kent and this is my first YouTube video. I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel, but I always put it off. I actually wanted to start my YouTube channel for many years now and share my story, but I always got nervous. I always second guessed myself. I always thought, am I good enough? Am I going to sound good enough? Am I going to make mistakes? Is my wording going to be good? I just kept giving myself excuses. So please excuse myself if I do a little mix-ups, screw-ups here and there, as this is my first YouTube video, but hopefully over time that I will get better. The reason why I'm creating, oh, and also I had to write down some notes because I'm a little nervous that I'll forget, but over time I'm sure I'll get the hang of it and I won't need it anymore. I mean, I'm basically going to be just talking about myself and life experiences, so it should be easy to remember. But just in case, I did write some notes down, so please excuse me if I'm looking down quite a bit. So now I just want to decide the only way I'm going to do this is if I just do it. A lot of the time when I research how to start a YouTube channel, what you do, what should my niche be, my elevator pitch, a lot of the time people said just do it. You just get in there and do it. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And again, hopefully my wording will be good. Sometimes I may pause, I may say a lot. I'll get better, I promise. There we go again. So with that being said, I'd like to start off by saying hi, how are you? I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. If you're watching this video, thank you. I appreciate you coming to my channel, taking the time to watch the video. And I just hope you're all doing good, especially in these really hard times right now. So let's all stick together and get better together. So what my channel is going to be about, it's going to be about my dog attack story. When I was 11 years old, I was viciously mauled by 5 bull mastiff dogs, which had left my entire body scarred. I suffered of intensive surgeries. I have over 13 tears on my body, over 150 puncture wounds. I was in the hospital for 3 months. I had over 52 surgeries. I almost lost my right leg. I had skin grafting repair. I had an artery repair done. Just many, many things had happened to me in the hospital. And by the grace of God, I survived. And I have all the scars to prove it and to tell my tale. So a lot of my story is going to be about my dog attack, and then it's going to be, we'll get to that topic in just a second. So being at the age of 11 when this happened, being a young girl, I was getting ready to go into my teens. I was extremely self-conscious of my scars. I thought they were ugly, so I thought I was ugly. I thought no guy would ever love me because of my scars. I never showed my scars in school. I always wore long sweaters. I wore pants all the time. I never wore shorts. I never wore skirts. I never wear a bikini on the beach. I got severely bullied in school for my scars. I have been called chew toy. I have been called dogs like raping you. You should have died. Those dogs should have killed you. I have been called many, many things. And if you can believe it, at 28 years old, about 17 years later after my dog attack, I am still being bullied for my scars, which we'll go into subjects about that later on, and I'll show you some comments that I get and how I kind of get over it. I don't let it affect me. I just move on with my day because I find my scars are beautiful and they show my will to survive. And if somebody can just sit behind a computer screen or a phone screen and comment on my scars and make fun of them, then they're very low self-esteem of themselves, and they must be very depressed with themselves, that it makes them feel better to go out there to discriminate on other people for things that they can't control. So I don't let that bother me, and later on when we get more into this, I'm going to let you know how I got over my insecurities and my bullies and how I faced my demons. But this is why I wanted to start my YouTube channel, because I no longer feel that way about myself. I now love myself. I am confident in myself. I love my scars. I show my scars off. I wear short skirts and bikinis. I wear bikinis on the beach, and I get a lot of stares, and I get a lot of people actually come up to me, oh my God, what happened? If I'm on vacation, let's say Cuba or Dominican, and I'm on the beach, some people will actually ask, have you been attacked by a shark? Because the scars are pretty big and pretty deep on my legs. The majority of the scars are on my legs. I do have some on the upper body, but the majority are on my legs. So I do get a lot of people who crowd me, and a lot of the time I tell them my story and the crowd gets bigger and bigger, and I have inspired so many people on my journey, random people I've met on vacations or just on my TikTok channel or on my on my Instagram page, and it just really made me think like, wow, I'm really setting out a really good positive impact on people, on men and women. I've had women who were on a vacation with me who wore long t-shirts at the pool. They saw my scars. We had a long conversation about them, how I feel, that I'm not ashamed of my scars, and I wear them proudly, and everybody should be proud of their bodies, whether even if they don't have scars, if they're overweight, or if they're too skinny, or if they have stretch marks from giving life, or self-inflicted scars, or from an accident. You are a human being, and God made you the way you are. Everything happens for a reason, and you should embrace that. You are beautiful. So after doing that, I remember having 2 girls come out the next day and wearing their bathing suits without the t-shirt, hiding their body. And they came and sat right next to me and said, because of you, this is the first time I've ever really showed my body in public. So it was really amazing that after talking to those ladies for just one day, that I was able to impact them enough to wear their bodies out in public in a bikini or the bathing suit that they were in. And I've met many other people down the road, other women who had, you know, just a little scar, maybe this big, and they were so self-conscious about it. And after talking to me, they're like, I'm never going to feel that way about myself again. You've really opened my eyes. So I'm really hoping that I can gear this channel into body positivity, bullying, body shaming, and there's going to be more subjects coming up that we're going to get to. Like I said, I wear short skirts and bikinis again. Sorry, I lost my spot. But my biggest thing is I want to show scars are sexy. That's kind of going to be like my logo. Scars are sexy, and or scars are the new sexy. And I want to show people that you can be a model and have scars. I do model out my scars. I am trying to build a really good portfolio, sending them out to places and hoping that somebody will see this as a potential and catch their eye and be like, wow, this is a really good idea to bring, you know, which a lot of people are doing nowadays, bringing in scars and body figures to show that we are sexy regardless who we are. You don't need to look like a Victoria model secret person to look good or show your body. So I'm just really building up myself, and maybe you guys can follow my journey with me. So every week I want to share a video. It's going to start off with my dog attack story. It's going to be the first time I'm going to make a YouTube video. I always wanted to write a book and save this for my book, but honestly, to write a book is really hard, and that's going to be a goal for me in the future. But this is going to be the first time that I'm going to express my dog attack story on social media. I have expressed it before, but I've never said all the details of exactly how the day went, how I got attacked. I don't know if you've heard of that thing. I think I'm saying it right, premonition, where kind of you know something bad is going to happen that day, or there's signs that something bad is going to happen. That's kind of how my dog attack kind of started. There was many signs and a few things that could have prevented it in that day, but like they said, everything is meant to happen for a reason, and this is why I think my dog attack happened for a reason, that it was just meant to happen because I have I'm a strong personality person and I can overcome it. So maybe I believe my reason was to show the world that I am strong and I am beautiful with these scars. And on top of it, I still love dogs. I have 3 dogs of my own. Here, I'll show you. There's one right there. He's cleaning himself. I have 3 dogs of my own. I still love dogs. I don't blame the dogs that had attacked me. I don't believe in bad dogs. I believe in bad owners. And the dogs that had attacked me were raised by really bad owners. And down the road, we're going to get into that, and we'll also get into things about how people pick specific dog breeds, and they're like, oh, this is a really bad breed, we should ban them, such as pit bulls, for example, and that they shouldn't pick specific breeds and do that. They should really start looking at the owner and how that animal was raised, because again, I was attacked by 5 bull mastiff dogs, and bull mastiff dogs are considered one of the most friendliest, calmest dogs out there. I don't know if you've seen the movie Turner and the Hooch with Tom Hanks, one of my favorite childhood movies. I watched even before I got attacked by dogs. That movie was based on a dog that was really protective over an owner who had gotten shot, and then this guy takes him in, and he becomes like the sweetest thing, and bull mastiffs became a really big thing then, and I happen to have been attacked by 5 of them, and if you look at them, they've got the big floppy cheeks, and they drool a lot. When they shake their head, it just goes everywhere. I was basically raised around bull mastiffs, but the problem is the person who had raised those bull mastiffs was not good to those dogs. But we're going to get into that later on, and hopefully I can shed some light on picking specific animal breeds, dog breeds, and banning them again, such as pit bulls. I have a lab, I have a pit bull, and I have a chihuahua. My pit bull is a rescue. He's the biggest ham you could ever meet. And he keeps licking himself right now. That's all I can hear. Can you stop for just a little bit? Thanks. So my weekly videos is going to be about my scars. Again, my will to survive, how I grew from that survival into the strong, independent woman that I am today. So sit back and enjoy these weekly videos, because it is going to be about a 28-year journey of my life. Now, when I say 28 years, I don't want you to think, oh my God, what's this going to be about? It's going to be about many things. It's going to be about my dog attack story. It's going to be about my hospital experience at Sick Kids Hospital, because a lot of the time when people are in the hospital for a long time, they don't get to really hear the background story of it, especially at Sick Kids Hospital. I am one individual who has seen the horrors behind in those walls and how sad it can really be, but there's also a lot of good from it as well. So I want to share my hospital stories, from sad to funny to, seeing other people there that just were never going to leave, and I was lucky enough that one day I knew I was going to leave. But there's just so much about that hospital behind closed doors that people don't know, that I think people should know, so they can see what it's like. They always say that Sick Kids Hospital is one of the saddest hospitals to be in, because there's so many children there that are really injured, who are never going to leave, or kids who are going to leave. And believe it or not, like, I was mauled by 5 dogs. If you can imagine the extent of what my injuries looked like, it was brutal. I did look like I was eaten by a shark. And there were kids there worse than me. And I seen it firsthand, and it is sad. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my hospital experience. I'm going to go about bullying, my bullying stories, and what I did about it, and how I stood up to my bullies, and all these years later, now that I'm this really strong, independent, outgoing woman, I've had many of my bullies message me and apologize for what they have done to me, and they've changed, and I grew up to be such a positive person, and they're so happy that the words that they had said to me when I was young didn't affect my future. And we're going to talk about how I got over all that, my life after the dog attack accident, how I overcame all my obstacles, such as depression, anxiety, body shaming myself, constantly judging myself, hiding my scars. And another thing is I got really bad into drugs. That was a big thing that happened after my dog attack, because again, after my dog attack at a young age, growing up, I became severely depressed and self-conscious, and I just thought I was the ugliest thing because of my scars, and I really got addicted to drugs. And I would like to share my drug experience, how I got over the drugs, and what drugs can do to your body, and as a result, things that I have done, I need to get surgery to fix because of drugs. And I just want to make it aware of the consequences of drugs and how we abuse drugs. And a lot of the time, drugs can start from somebody who's gone through something very traumatic, experience, sexual abuse, an accident, or there's just the innocent person who has just never tried drugs, got in the wrong crowd, tried it, and went down a really bad hill, because I've been around a lot of that. For a girl who's 28 years old, I can say I've probably lived 100 lives already. I have been through so many different traumas and situations, like it's unbelievable. And that's why I want to share my story, because I really want to show people the things that I've gone through and how you can come out very positive and powerful at the end and make a difference. And I really want to make a difference with my story, and hopefully I can help others who are going through experiences I've gone through, or are currently going through it and don't know what to do, or who have gone through experiences and don't know how to deal with their emotions. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it and how I did it, and maybe my experiences can help you. And another topic is going to be abuse. I don't know if I mentioned it, I probably already did, but I have been sexually abused by men. I've had abusive relationships and at a young age I was badly sexually abused as well. So I want to talk about those subjects as well, because a lot of the time girls or young girls go through that. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't speak up. They let it continue to happen, and then they find that it's normal. So I want to normalize that for you. I mean, I have gone through lots of therapy as a result of sexual abuse. I've had a very long journey of constantly feeling disgusting and dirty about myself, and how that those are just proven as fiction. It's not facts. So I'm going to show you how I trained my brain not to believe those anymore. And also another thing too is, like, for example, my dog attack story, when I talk about it, you'll notice I'm very calm. I may get a little worked up here and there, but sometimes when people talk about their trauma, they get very worked up. They get like, ooh. But when you have a trauma and you write it out and you reread it over and over and say it out loud, or for example, my dog attack story, because I had to go through lots of court and news media, I had no choice but to constantly tell my story. And that is therapy in itself, because I'm at a point now I can talk about my dog attack, show my scars with absolutely no problem. It does not affect me now, because my past experience does not make me who I am today, and I will not allow it to affect me today. And don't get me wrong, I don't want you all to think I'm perfect. I still have my days. I'm a woman. I've got emotions. I still have my down days, and we'll talk about those too. There's going to be so much to talk about. I am actually very excited. I wish I could just blab it all right now, but this is kind of my intro of my YouTube channel, just so you get an idea what it's going to be about. We're going to talk about life before my dog attack, again, because I had suffered of sexual abuse. I also grew up in an abusive family who, there was drugs involved, and I don't want you guys to think I have a horrible family. I don't have a horrible family, but I just want you to know a little bit of my childhood before my dog attack, and then my dog attack, and then after, just so you can get a good glimpse of my background story of my life. And then we're going to talk about body shaming, of course, and also bullying others and judging others in your head. We don't realize how many times we judge people, and I've come to a point where I don't want to judge people, because I don't like it when people judge me. Why do I want to judge people? Especially even if you don't say it to them, if it's in your head. Nowadays, if I see, let's just say there's a really funny looking person, and you want to go, damn, that person looks really weird, I would change that immediately before I say it. I change that subject to going, you know what, that's a very handsome, let's say handsome young man, and I'm sure when he gets older, he's going to be very handsome and make a woman very happy and have a beautiful family. I change those thoughts in my head, and you will be amazed by how much less you judge people and more accepting of people you become when you change that thought. A thought is so powerful, and when you learn to change your mind thoughts, a lot of good things can happen for you. And another thing I do every day is I have this booklet, and it's kind of like things that you're grateful for, and you write down 3 things a day, what you're grateful for in that day. It could be either having a roof over my head, having food in my stomach, something good happened today and you're grateful for it. And if you put down gratitude of what you're grateful for every day, you start to see everything differently. Things go better for you, and you just start to be grateful of the littlest things that you would never think to be grateful for. So that's another subject. And then another thing is my also another goal is how this channel grows. I'm hoping that other people will eventually start submitting their stories to me in my email about their accidents and their scar stories, even if it's mentally scarred from sexual abuse or something. I mean, scars don't have to be seen to have them. You can have them internally as well. And my goal in the future is to have people submit their stories and pictures to me and what they're doing about it, whether if it's positive or not, and sharing their story on my channel with their pictures, and then giving my input on it. I'm also with this program called WANB, We Are Not Broken, and it's basically, it started off in Texas, and we're trying to get it to go out in Canada. Due to COVID, it's been a really big stop in the road for us, and because I'm in Canada and the whole team is basically out in the States, it's really hard for me to get this going right now, and because of COVID. But with my YouTube channel, I can start sharing it more as well. And basically what they're about is about women with scars who've had breast cancer and had, you know, their breasts cut off, or accidents, or, you know, stretch marks from babies. And basically what we do is they come to us, they tell us their story, we write it out beautifully, and then we do a photo shoot of their scars. And we get really close up to it. And the good thing about these photo shoots is we want it to be raw, so we do not edit. Like, if you've got pores sticking in your face, we don't smooth that out, because it's going to it shows that we are beautiful the way we are. We don't wake up and look gorgeous like this. You know, we wake up with bags under our eyes. We have pores that we hide with makeup, and a lot of the photo shoot is to show real raw woman. This is what we look like on a regular basis, with our scars and our bodies, and accept us for who we are, and we are beautiful. That's why we are not broken, because it's to show that whatever tried to hurt us didn't succeed, and it did not break us. So there's a lot to talk about. I'm super excited. I think I'm doing pretty good at not looking too much at my notes. I hope, what do you guys think? You think I'm doing okay? Good. I hope you think so. I hope that you're getting interested, because there's going to be a lot to talk about. Next week is when I'm going to start the dog attack story. Again, it's going to be very raw. It's going to just talk about every single detail that I remember in the attack. Like, I remember basically every waking detail, and it's really hard to hear for some, but I think it also is empowering for others. So the goal to come out of my channel is to inspire you all. I want to inspire so many people around the world. I mean, this has been a dream of mine since I was 19, to start a YouTube channel, write a book, you know, doing my modeling on my scars. And I really pushed it off for so long out of fear and doubting myself. And I started to think, like, man, I went through so many years of doubting myself and putting myself down and being self-conscious of myself, that from my dog attack, that I'm doing it again because of a YouTube channel, because I'm afraid of what people are going to think of what I have to say, or if I don't speak properly at first, you know. And I started like, whoa, when did this doubting myself started coming back? You are a strong woman. You have been through so much. I have done things that in front of crowds of people that I never thought I could do, because I was so self-conscious before. What is a YouTube channel gonna do? You know, I'm behind a phone. It's not like anybody's sitting in front of me. But of course, there's always that nervous feeling of what people are gonna think. But at the end of the day, I just realized I don't care what other people. Well, of course I care about what people think. I do, but I don't care about what negative people have to think. So I want to share my experiences, maybe some of the experiences I have been through, gone through, or can relate to others who are going through it or have been through it and just don't know how to get out of that depression state of it. And I just want to show people you're not alone. There's always a way out, and but it's as long as you're willing to do so. It's your own willpower. I mean, I have days where I have no will, you know, to do anything, but we'll get into that subject on how to just get up and do something when you're not feeling it, you know. So there's going to be a lot to discuss. I want to show everyone that scars are sexy. They show a story of something that tried to hurt you but couldn't. Maybe my story will give you strength. But most of all, I want to build a place of love and acceptance with no judging, just pure love and respect. A place where people can reach out and talk about what they're going through, whether if it's from a relationship or friendship or an accident or just things that they're dealing with. This is a place where I want people to be able to reach out and kind of talk together as a family, building a family, and discussing what we can do about these situations. Or if you just want to share your story with me to share on my channel, that would be absolutely incredible for people to step out of their comfort zone and be like, you know what, she can share her story and her scars. Why can't I? I'm no different. And that was a little weird. And maybe it was my dog. Yeah, it's my dog. Here I'm thinking, oh my god, is there a ghost? Yeah, so anyways, why can't I share my story? So then it will give people the courage to finally be like, hey, submit it to my email. This is my story. I would love to share it. Here's my scars, pictures of my scars. And then that's going to be the first step of getting out of your comfort zone, appreciating yourself and accepting yourself. So that's another goal that I want to do from this channel. And there's going to be many days where when I want to start off with one video a week, but depending on how this grows, my vision is to have like 2 or 3 videos a week. One is going to be about body positivity, my scars, you know, bullying. Another one is going to be about, there's like, how I got a lot over my, how do I say it? How I got over my trauma, and I suffered of a lot of anger. So some videos is just going to be related to that. For example, like if you're in a really bad mood and you want to fight somebody or you want to argue with somebody, I'm going to show you tips on how to do the 5 senses. To, you know, I think it's sight, sense, touch, hear, smell, or feel. I have to educate myself again, but we have to learn our 5 senses and what's triggering us and how to immediately stop that bubbling anger feeling, to calm yourself down. For example, if you're really, really angry, they say that if you splash yourself with really cold water, it tricks the mind into thinking that you're not in this dangerous zone, and it will bring your temperature down. But there's going to be subjects about that, and basically if you want to get something from somebody in a polite manner, have a good conversation without an argument, we're going to talk about that, because I've had a lot of experiences through therapy, and that it's worked very, very well for me, and I'm hoping that it can work very well for you. And even now, I'm actually still in therapy. I do trauma therapy, and I've been in it for about 3 years, and I'm almost done, because they're basically like, you're doing so good, and I'm like, wow. Even though I overcame a lot of my obstacles on my own at a young age without any therapy, I only started therapy 3 years ago. After all these things that have happened to me, never did therapy, did it all on my own. The therapy just kind of helped, and just this is a different kind of thing for therapy with anger as opposed to body shaming. Like, there's just a lot of different things. I almost lost my thought. Sorry. Where was I? So if you want to hear my story every week and want to follow my journey, then I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that way you never miss any of my videos. And if you like this video, then go ahead and smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, and leave me your thoughts below in the comment section. And that would really make me very happy. I really appreciate it. Geez, I don't really know. There's so much more to talk about, but we're already at almost 30 minutes. I don't want to overdo all of you with all my rambling here. But I hope you all have a wonderful day today. I hope you're all staying safe, especially out there. Wear a mask. Of course, wear a mask. Stay 6 feet from people. Stay home. But other than that, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you checking it out. It means the world to me. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next video. He's getting a little annoyed with me. Look at this. Look at this. This is to show people I was attacked by 5 dogs, and look. I still own dogs. And I still love dogs. Because again, there's no such thing as bad dogs. It's bad owners. I mean, hello. Anyways, thank you all again for coming to my channel. I'm really looking forward to hearing you all in the next video next week. I haven't set a specific date of like when I'm going to be posting, but it's going to be next week, one of the days. And we'll be talking about my dog attack story. So thanks guys. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you all next time. Bye!